Hi, I'm Stephanie Hanneberg, the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Health and Wellness here at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. I'll be going over some of our wonderful World of Wellness services. I'll be starting with the Recreation and Wellness Center, which is one of the first in the nation that was designed to provide a truly holistic approach to student wellness. So we have health services, mental health services, nutrition and wellness promotion that are fully integrated, that are co-located within campus recreation. And again, we asked our students what did they want, and these are some of the services they felt they wanted from a holistic lens with all of us working together. So in looking at mental health services, we offer everything from individual therapy, so the student can come in on their own, to couples therapy and family therapy, where they can bring in those significant others as part of their therapy option. We also have group therapy, so depending on what students need, we can provide group therapy. We have about 10 to 14 groups a semester. Everything from a grief loss support group to students of color, eating disorder groups, anything that we identify that we have multiple students that could benefit from being together. We also do some crisis work, so if a student walks in and they're in crisis or having an emergency, we can assist them on the spot, as well as offering psychoeducational testing and neuropsychological testing. So if somebody believes that maybe they've had a learning disorder and they haven't had it diagnosed yet, we can provide those services here in the Wellness Center as well. We also have our health services, which includes everything that you can pretty much go to your own provider for. So we do acute same-day visits, so maybe that you fell off your longboard, hopefully not, but we do see a lot of those injuries. So you have some type of an injury or an illness, maybe wake up and think that you might have pink eye or some other type of an infection. We keep a lot of openings every day so that we can serve all of our students. We also manage a lot of chronic conditions such as asthma, thyroid conditions, a variety of things, and do things like immunizations, physicals, so a whole gamut of things here at the Wellness Center. We also have psychiatric services. The nice thing is that all of our services for health and mental health are a flat $20. We do not bill insurance out of the Wellness Center so that we can keep our prices low for all of our students, especially those that are un- and underinsured. And we also have a fund to support students that are unable to pay that. We can use insurance though. If we're sending some labs out, we can collect lab specimens here on campus and then send them in with somebody's insurance card. If we don't have some medications here on campus, we can use a pharmacy. We have about 4 pharmacies within a mile. Most of the medications we keep are just for acute care needs, so infections like antibiotics and inhalers and different things. We also manage the campus's immunization requirement from the state. So every student must have 2 measles, mumps, and rubella vaccines. And if you live on campus, you must also have a meningococcal or a meningitis vaccine. Please note there are 2 different types of meningitis vaccines. The one that's required by the state is called a quadrivalent, so it has 4 types, A, C, W, and Y. The meningitis B vaccine is recommended, but at this time it is not required by the state. If you have the meningitis vaccine and it's been more than 5 years, you will also need to get a booster in order to be compliant. And all of this information can be found on our website if you need additional resources. One thing to note is that when it comes to our health and mental health services, these services don't fall under FERPA. So if a student comes in to seek services, we are not able to disclose any of that information unless the student signs a release of information. I will tell you if a student comes in and they're in a crisis or emergency situation and we're having to call an ambulance for some reason, we're always working with that student to make sure that we can contact somebody so that a family member or somebody emergency contact knows. But if they come in and they have a cold or they have some type of an infection or an injury, they have to sign a release of information after the fact saying what we are allowed to disclose to whoever they select for us to talk to. We also have a lot of wellness services here. So we have a chiropractor that comes on site, physical therapist, and massage therapy. Those are not the flat $20, but they're very moderately priced. And wonderful services, again, that we bring to campus so the students don't have to go off campus if they need any of those things. We also offer cooking classes and cooking demos where we buy the food, teach students how to make a meal, and then they get to sit together and eat that meal. And we have dietitians on staff that will meet with our students one-on-one. So if they have anything like a food allergy or a food sensitivity or just want to learn how to eat healthier or have better athletic performance, we have somebody that can work with them on all of that. We also have health coaching that's provided for free, as well as lots of other wellness programming that happens throughout the year. For our campus recreation, We are very similar to going to one of your fitness centers in town. So we have cardio and weights. We have a huge floor upstairs that's spread out throughout the building. We also offer group fitness classes. We'll run 15, 20 a week, depending on whatever is popular at the time for our students. Our aquatic center, we have a pool, a vortex pool. We also have lap lanes, and we have a hot tub back there. We have a climbing wall that has become extremely popular that's open for ladies climb night even one night a week, but we have multiple students that come in and use it at different times throughout the day. Our Soul Center is where that climbing wall is located, but it's also our outdoor learning center. So you can come in and rent things like sleeping bags or a bike. You bring a bike to campus and you need to work on it, you can bring it in here. We have a repair shop where we can help assist you in repairing it. We can help you wax skis and snowboards. We do a lot of outdoor trips from there, so we'll go whitewater rafting. We have a snowmobiling trip coming up. They go skydiving. They'll do ski and soaks, but you have to be quick. They fill up pretty quick. So be on the lookout for those outdoor trips if you're interested. It's a great way to meet other people. We also have our intramural and club sports. So intramurals are for those that want to do either a one-night tournament or they want to do a short commitment of maybe a few weeks, play dodgeball or basketball. And then our club sports are a step down from NCAA, but they're still competitive. We compete against other schools. Some of our teams travel across the United States competing. We've had some teams win national championships. So if you're looking for that level of competition, we have everything from hockey to equestrian to volleyball and a whole other variety. We're also either the #1 or #2 student employer, depending. We go back and forth with dining, but we have lots of student employment opportunities here as well. So if you're looking to work on campus, which we highly encourage so that you get more engaged and connected, please look at Sean's Place for any opportunities that we might have. We also have a program that we partner with called Fitness Buddies, where we'll pair you up with a peer that you can do any type of physical activity. You could pick to go for a walk or go to one of these classes just to get you comfortable with using these resources. And we also have 7 miles of trails across campus that we hope you'll be able to use. And finally, for Disability Services and Testing Center, this is where you would go if you had any type of an accommodation before coming to college. So if you were on any type of a plan that provided accommodations, or even if you have a short-term need, such as you get in a car accident and maybe you break a hand and can't take notes, or you have a concussion from an injury that you've sustained, this office will help meet with you. They'll go through all of your medical documentation and come up with the accommodations that will best serve you, and then provide you with that documentation to give to your professors so that they understand what those accommodations are. We strongly encourage you to meet with this office before the semester starts because accommodations are not retroactive. So the sooner you have them in place, the better, so that you can be successful in your classes. All of this information can be found on our website. So please visit Disability Services website, as you can see on this slide, or you can call them to set up an appointment for that intake. And then Recreation and Wellness Center, that website has information for all of these areas. Please utilize that resource. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to anybody that you find as a contact on that resource page as well. And we welcome you to UCCS and can't wait to see you. Bye-bye.